This is a beautiful quote sent to me by my good friend Samad Gutta, and I would like to share this quote for you. Very deep and thought provoking, especially for those of us who are 60 years old and above. I am 65 years old, Alhamdulillah. My birthday, 7th December 1959. So I've seen 30 years of apartheid and 30 years of post-apartheid. But let's look at these various landscapes of life that we go through as we reach our older age. Firstly, so in our later years, we must become familiar with and accept 6 types of landscapes along life's journey so we can calmly enter the night. Night falls very slowly. This article may change your perspective on life and help you face it with optimism. Written by Zhu Daxin, a recipient of the Ma'udun Literature Prize, in his latest novel about aging. He profoundly describes the twilight years of life with words that strike the heart of every elderly person. Every sentence rings true. And as I was reading, there's about 6 sentences there, and he calls each one a landscape. And think about the words that are written here, and you will see how true and valid that is. All right, so let's start. From the age of 60, we enter the latest stage of life. Before night fully falls, there are certain landscapes we must remember. If we remember these landscapes, then we will be mentally prepared for the life ahead of us, and we won't panic. Though panic sets in all the time, that is part of growing older. The first, a landscape. That means the landscape just also refers to a reality or a fact of life. The first landscape, fewer people will be by your side. Most of the elders, your parents and grandparents, will have passed on, and you are left all alone or with very few people around you. Your peers may be overwhelmed with their own issues. The younger generation is busy with their own lives. Even your spouses may leave before you. You are left with long, empty days, and you must learn to live alone and face life in solitude. How true is that? The second landscape. Society's attention will fade. No matter how brilliant your career once was or how famous you were once long ago, aging turns everyone into an ordinary old man or an ordinary old woman. People forget the achievements that you had, or one day or one time long ago you were a mover or a shaker. Today they just see your gray hair and your gray beard and you are a nobody. The spotlight no longer shines on you. You must learn to quietly stand in the corner, appreciating the excitement and success of the younger generation. The world belongs to the young blood. It is a Gen Z. The spotlight now shines on the Gen Z. So you need to embrace that without jealousy or resentment. The third landscape, the third reality, is that dangers along the road increase. There is a more greater risk of fractures. A slight fall, you can have fracture of the wrist, or fracture of the hip joint, or a fracture of your ankle joint. You will be facing cardiovascular disease, sudden chest pains, pain down your left arm, pain in your jaw. And those are all indications of an impending heart attack. You will get issues of brain degeneration or dizziness or confusion. You may get warning signs of cancer. Maybe you'll be coughing up blood. When you go to the toilet, you're releasing blood when you're going to the toilet or in your urine. And these are all causes of concern because your age is there where cancer is ever foremost on the front of your brain. They may all come knocking. Whether you welcome them or you do not welcome them, you need to face that reality. You must learn to live with your illness, no matter how long your illness is. Like in my case, it's going on for more than 10 years, in bed more than 22 hours per day, in bed, in a wheelchair, when I have to move out. You need to embrace it and accept it. But it is not easy. You need to be mentally strong and mentally tough. Let go of fantasies of perfect health. There's no such thing as perfect health. Yes, we all strive to have perfect health, but now and then your body will give you a wake up call. Maintaining a good attitude and exercising appropriately becomes your mission in life, whatever little time you got in front of you. Encourage yourself to keep going forward. The fourth landscape. You may return to the bed just as you were in childhood. When we were born, our mothers cared for us in bed. After a life of struggle and hardship, we return to where we began, in bed, waiting the care of others. But unlike when we arrived, we may not have loved ones to care for us as our mothers did. If someone is there, they may not care as deeply. More often than not, it's a hired caregiver smiling outwardly but impatient inside. You must stay humble and even grateful despite your difficulties. The fifth landscape. Many along the road will try to deceive you. Scammers know that older people often have savings and they'll use every trick in the book: calls, texts, emails, free samples, miracle cures, blessed item longevity pills just to empty your wallet. You must stay alert, guard your money, and spend wisely. The sixth landscape. Treat your spouse or close companion with kindness. Speak gently and thoughtfully. Show concern, especially to your husband or your wife. They are your final life savings. After 60, relying on children is unreliable. They have their own families and they have their own problems and difficulties. In the end, it is the old couple who depend on each other. At this age, no one is looking to stray, we only fear losing one another. Before night falls, the final stretch of life dims gradually, making the road harder to walk. So after 60, we must see life clearly. Cherish and enjoy life. Don't try to manage society or control your children's affairs. Don't act superior or speak down to others. Such behavior only hurts others and hurts yourself. In old age, we must learn respect. Respect yourself and respect others. Accept this final phase of life with understanding, serenity, and spiritual readiness. You need to become very, very God conscious at this stage of your life. Don't ever remove God from the equation of your life. Let nature take its course and remain calm. Night falls slowly, truly captures the essence of the twilight years, with every word hitting home for the elderly. Dear classmates, colleagues, and comrades, let us gently and wisely prepare for life's final stop. Be wise and smile a little more. May all that is good for you and your family come to you in great abundance. May your life be filled with barakah and blessings. May you embrace your old age with grace and with dignity. And may you not be so helpless that you have to beg others or ask others for help. Stay well, look after yourself, and be mentally strong.